great. I come from the United States, and I am also a breast cancer survivor. And a lot of what Dr. Beatrice was talking about resonated with me when I thought about how fortunate I am to have insurance and to have those regular communications with me. I get an alert on an app every month to do breast self-exam, even though I'm postmenopausal. Also to see my doctor on a regular basis. So a much different experience. So what we've understood since coming to Ghana is how great the need is, and that education can be a very important tool for breaching some of that need and helping to improve conditions for women.
I would ask a few questions.
Sure.
It's for educational purposes. Don't take it personal.
Sure.
At what stage did you realize that you had cancer? At what stage or level was your cancer? Was this 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4?
It was 0 until I had my biopsy, and then it was determined to be stage 1. So I had a lumpectomy, so removed the very, very small tumor, but then they also needed to remove lymph nodes, so a second surgery. And then I was offered chemotherapy as a clinical trial. I declined because of the very small size of the tumor that had already been removed, which was a scary decision to make. And then I had radiotherapy and hormone therapy following for
Explain
years
that
following.
to us, the chemo, the hormone therapy, and all that. And did I hear you say that you had to do some lymph node something?
Lymph nodes, yes.
What does that mean? You had to cut a breast off?
No.
Okay.
It was a second surgery just to ensure that the cancer had not spread to the lymph node.
Okay.
And that was negative.
Okay.
But it was an important surgery to
Sure.
do to determine that.
Sure. But take us through the treatment. How difficult was it? Did it affect your life in any way? Run us through it.
It's interesting. Everything's relative, right? And you talk about everyone's situation being
Yeah.
different. At the time, for me, it was very scary. I had no history of breast cancer in my family. I had no reason to believe that I would develop breast cancer. I was very lucky that the very small tumor was detected through 3D mammography, and that was available to me. I had delayed my mammogram over 6 months. I was busy. I had work to do. So I had the luxury of just saying, I'll do that later. When I finally scheduled it, it was detected through mammography.
Were you told as to what caused your cancer? Because according to you, it doesn't run in your family. None of your family members have had it. Were you told why? Could it be lifestyle? What exactly was it?
There was no explanation given. It's hard to determine how the breast cancer could develop. I felt very fortunate every step of the way. The system that we have in the U.S. and I'm sure that Breast Care International has a similar system in place to support the women every step of the way. So for me, it was to have a nurse navigator that helped to explain every step of the process for me and my treatment.
So tell us about the chemos and all the treatment that you went through. How did it affect you?
Well, I was, again, very fortunate to have good education, good information provided to me, very good communication, which was very important to explain what I was going to experience. And so I had the surgery, which was just done during the day. I was home, within a few hours. And then it's very frightening to wait to hear if anything was discovered. And so even just going from stage 0 to stage 1, which Dr. Beatrice explained, is you're fortunate if it's a very low stage. It's still frightening. And then to hear I needed a second surgery to make sure it hadn't spread, and then waiting for that phone call. But then the process of radiation was not difficult at all. The team was very experienced and very helpful, and it was quick and, frightening every step of the way, but still an easy for me in comparison to people with higher stage cancer.
How long ago was this?
This was 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing any ambassadorial role to support women, to educate them, to encourage them? What have you been doing ever since you are done with treatment, I'm hoping?
Well, in addition to that 39-mile walk I told you that I did after I had my cancer diagnosis, we're here with some technology in Ghana at the invitation of Dr. Beatrice and Breast Care International to use holographic display technology for education. as a way to help support the healthcare workers who's have their hands full providing patient care and trying to provide that direct access to patients. We're hoping that a hologram version of Dr. Beatrice and other healthcare workers could provide that education while they're waiting and be part of that digital transformation agenda here in Ghana.
Beautiful. So the technology, Doc, how is it helping us?
Okay, so that's something new that we think.
First of all, was it for free?
No, we don't have it yet. They brought us the miniature version for us to see.
Which one do we want so that I can ask them to bring it to us? They brought the miniature version. What are we looking for? What do we need?
It's in the parking lot.
Sorry. All right. Okay. So, Doc, send it to me so we can project it on Facebook. So, forward it to me. Let me give it to my social media team so we can project it on Facebook. Yeah, please go on.
So, you see, normally we have to travel to the communities.
Rural areas and all that.
Yes, to go and educate people.
Yeah.
And we realize that sometimes we have programs like in 2 or 3 different communities at the same time. We cannot be everywhere at the same time. And so we realize that such a system, the hologram, will be something that we can use in the other places, so that we can get more people educated at the same time.
Okay.
And so if we have one in Takwa, we can have one in Bogoso, we can have one in Takrady, and one in Kumasi.
So it's not like you take it there and then you take it away and then take it to a different location and then move it from there to another location.
You can do that.
But what you're saying is that we need to have them in the communities.
We have to deploy
so that
them.
we use it for the educational purposes.
Yes.
Please bring us more.
And we are even thinking of how to get it on phone.
Oh, okay.
So that if you are in your house,
sure,
you can listen to the talk.
Okay.
You can also ask questions, interactive.
So it's an app of a sort.
Yes.
Where you get interactive with it, you get all the necessary information you're looking for, right?
Now it's not the app, but it's the system.
The system. Okay.
Right.
Do we have the system?
Yes.
Is it operating in Ghana?
They brought it. With
so
them.
no, I'm talking about the one on my phone where we can engage.
Well, that's something that we're actually in the initial stages of speaking to a group that has an app for breast cancer education.
Speed it up for us. Initial stages. Let's have an advanced stage.
No, I agree. Actually, Dr. Beatrice is quite an innovator, and we immediately jumped on speaking to a partner to see if this is possible, and we've sent them content to see,
Is it positive? Is it sounding looking positive?
I don't see any reason why not, because even using our technology, it is an application that is then displayed as a hologram on the technology. And the value of the hologram, which was invented by Proto in California 6 years ago, with the original intention to support healthcare, is to have a more immersive experience. So you could receive a pamphlet, you could look at a video, but to have Dr. Beatrice or other trusted healthcare professionals appear as if they're in the room with you, we believe will have a greater impact.
And I think it will help a lot, because for people who wouldn't want to go do some kind of tests for them to be told that they have A, B, C, or D, if you have this app, this technology where you can engage and ask questions and get all the necessary information, it is for you in your private closet. You do it for yourself, and then you make a decision as to what to do next. I like the way you're nodding. What's on your mind as well? What can you share with us? Please grab the microphone there for me. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Good morning. My name is Uzamako Semeka.
I didn't hear a thing. Forgive me.
Better?
You can relax.
Just relax.
Oh.
To pick up. Yeah. So what's the name again?
Uzamako Semeka.
Uzamako Semeka. I got it right?
Your Nigerian sister. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good to have you.
Uzamaka, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Uza Amaka. Good to have you in Ghana.
Thank you.
And
Happy to be here.
glad to hear that. So what have you been up to?
So I'm here with my Ghanaian mother, Dr. Beatrice, but I'm a member of the the Black Breast Cancer Awareness family.
What do you do?
So I'm a program
Please speak into
manager.
the microphone for
I'm a
me.
program manager there. So working with Dr. Beatrice on one of our research programs we are blessed to be a part of called SAMBI. It's really going to change science for Black people for breast cancer, prostate cancer, and pancreatic cancer. So we're looking at why are our bodies more susceptible to these diseases. Why are we
Than
affected?
the Caucasians.
Right.
What
than
have you
the
found so far?
Europeans. So we're still in the very early stages of the research, but I think that it's going to open up a world of information for, even outside of cancer, how our environment impacts our health, how our family history impacts our health. Like, I think it's just going to educate us on so many things. So I'm really happy to be here and be a partner with Dr. Beatrice.
So you
and
talk about the environment, and you talk about family traits. How about lifestyle? Because again, weight plays a role
Absolutely.
in having breast cancer.
Yeah.
Sedentary lifestyle, somewhat, if you don't exercise a lot or frequently, also creates a problem. So what about lifestyles have you also noticed that you can share with us?
Yeah, I think it's, mind, body, spirit. I believe that impacts your health. So I think lifestyle is definitely a part of it. But we have so much to uncover about why our bodies are more susceptible to these diseases. I know that you asked Joanne if she was told why she was diagnosed. We don't know why we get breast cancer, and we don't know why we get breast cancer more and why we're impacted more than our European friends. But we're trying to find some answers to those questions.
I see. And how you fund it?
We've not found any answers yet.
No, I'm saying in terms of funding.
Oh, funding.
Funding resources. How are you funded? Because if you want to do more, you need to have money to be able to delve into it some more. So how are you getting the funding and the support to be able to do this?
Yeah, so that project is funded by Cancer Research of the UK. And so we are the patient advocacy group embedded in that research, because they understand the impact of having people who have lived experience, making sure that the patients involved in the research are properly represented and accounted for, and they're being treated like people, not patients.
They're treated like people and not patients.
Yeah.
What have you been telling females or women in Ghana? You've been here for how many days now?
About a week.
A week.
Almost a week.
What have you been doing? What has been your engagements? What are you saying to the Ghanaian women about breast cancer?
Well, first of all, letting them know that they're not alone. And that when they advocate for themselves, there are people like Dr. Beatrice to help them along the way. That you need to look at and take care of you. And most of us don't know what that looks like because of all the things we've discussed today. We're so used to looking out for everybody else. But we need to first really take care of ourselves, because without us, we can't take care of our children. We can't take care of those husbands we mentioned earlier, right? We need to advocate for ourselves. We need to be checking our breasts so we know our normal every month. When you know what feels normal, then you know when something is off, right? So.
And in your engagements with them, how has the response been? What have you picked?
I mean, the same thing that we see in the States. Women are scared. And I think when they feel supported, they make better decisions. So when they feel support, we said also today that it's a family disease. It impacts everybody in the family and everybody in your community. But when you feel like people are behind you, you do better for yourself.
Most definitely. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I like your stature.
Oh, thank you.
He's like your what's that? Welcome to Ghana and trust you're doing well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So what's your story with cancers? Breast cancer.
Yeah, so I'm actually a 2-time triple negative breast cancer thriver.
In English, please.
Yes.
What does it mean?
So I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer twice. The first time I was diagnosed, I was under the age of 40. I was 38 years old. And after I finished my treatment, I had surgery, I had chemotherapy, and I also had radiation. I was declared cancer-free, and a few years later, it actually came back. So, yes, twice.
And what's your story now?
I'm cancer-free.
You're
Yes,
cancer-free.
I'm cancer-free.
What would you want to say to women who, first of all, are scared to get a test done? Who would listen to family and friends, who would say, don't do A, B, C, or D so you can survive? What's the message to them?
Well, I would say you have to trust your gut, right? And you have to listen to yourself. God has given us a gift, and that is He speaks to us. And He tells us what we need to do. And we really need to listen. We have to shut the noise down. I think about when I was diagnosed the second time, people would say, do this and do that and do this and don't do this. And I had to shut everybody out and really just get in my prayer closet to say, okay, God, what is it you want me to do? And, being diagnosed with breast cancer, it is scary to hear those words. But I believe that, early detection is key. As Dr. Beatrice said, the later that we detect breast cancer, the harder it is to treat it and beat it. And so when we find it early, we have a better a chance of surviving the disease and having a better chance of having a better quality of life. So don't be afraid to check your breasts. I mean, I discovered it, and breast cancer doesn't always present itself as a lump. A lot of times we put emphasis on a lump, but when I actually detected the breast cancer, it was a lump in my breast the first time that I felt it. And of course I was afraid, but I said, let me just go and get checked. Don't push this off. Don't wait. Go get it checked. And so for women who are out there who are fearful, who are afraid, I understand cancer, hearing those words is scary, but please go get checked. Please, I beg of you, go get checked. Don't wait.
Okay, so my next question to you is this. Maybe somebody is prepared to go check right now. Maybe somebody just checked yesterday or maybe this morning and found something in the breast. You mentioned fear. How do you deal with that fear? How do you overcome that fear? What's the first thing you ought to do?
Well, if you have a spiritual background, I would definitely say lean in on your spiritual background.
Pray.
Lean in on your faith. Yes, pray, ask God to just guide you, be with you, and give you peace to go through it. If you have family, lean in on your family. If your family are very supportive. If you have friends, lean in on your friends. I call it F cancer, right? And so when I think about F cancer, those words, it was my faith. It was family, it was friends, it was looking at the food that I was eating. I tried to have fun, meaning watching things that's going to lift my spirits, allow me to laugh, bring me joy. That was how I was able to push through. Cancer is something, like I said, hearing it is very scary, but I had to find a way to overcome the fear. And those were things that I really leaned into and tapped into to help me get the strength that I needed to fight each and every day. And one of the biggest things when it comes to being diagnosed with breast cancer, the battle starts here. It starts in the mind. What are you saying to yourself? Are you saying that you're going to live and not die, or are you going to say, I'm going to die? Right? And your body starts to follow whatever you speak and whatever you believe. So it's so important and critical for you to, again, tap into the joy of life. Even though these things happen to us, we have to tap into the joy, because again, our mind can help set a tone of whether we're going to survive or we're going to succumb to the disease.
Are you living a normal life?
Am I living a normal life? Yes.
After the treatment and
Yes.
everything? Nothing
Yes.
has changed?
Yes, I actually found my husband after being
That's
diagnosed.
nice. So for you men who are thinking that after the treatment, after the fact that you've gotten cure, you might not live a normal life, maybe you have lost one breast, and so people look at you funny and all that. Listen, you can live a normal life after the treatment of cancer, breast cancer, I mean. Expensive, affordable, cheap, Dr. Beatrice?
Expensive.